this. I know I am late, but welcome to another weekly vlog. Listen, girl, a lot has been going on, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna try to catch y'all up because I can't put everything all in this vlog. So this is me getting my haircut after a long time because I've been doing it myself for a very long time. Because girl, I ain't got $100 to keep doing my hair. I think they be discriminating against long hair because you're really telling me I gotta pay $100. That's just crazy. But my man was like, baby, I love you, but you need to get your hair cut by a professional. It's been a little bit way too long. So I was like, okay, babe. So he went ahead and did all his research and he got my hair cut. But y'all gonna probably see it in like next vlog because I don't got anything for y'all to see right now because I don't got the time. Then we went home and then I opened up the little green machine. If you guys remember, I don't like our stairs. But believe it or not, we finally cleaned them stairs. And this was us opening it because we were excited. Who's not excited about a little green machine that you don't got to use and get on your hands and try to, use elbow grease to try to get the dirt and grime out of the staircase? That's what I thought I was going to have to do. But God is good, and good is He, because He went ahead and had someone create this little green machine. So as you can see, my husband's taking up all these random things from there. And I'm like, I don't know what this is for. Thank God you're here because I'm lost. I would probably need to, see a video too to see how to put this thing together, but it's not that complicated. I'm just saying making it complicated more than it has to be. So as he's taking everything out, I'm thinking, okay, how are we gonna clean the stairs? I do have a good friend on here, I believe Alice, if I'm not mistaken, who put in the comments that I can go ahead and get a run up the stairs. And girl, that's a really good idea, and I'm still thinking about it. But until then, I'm gonna tell you one thing. This little green machine has a lot of power in it, and y'all are gonna see how we cleaned it. And it also came with this little tiny, I want to call it a sample, okay? It's a sample soap, whatever, to help clean. Look, my man was like, are you sure there's enough? I said there was, but don't do that to your man. Tell him no, he needs to buy a whole nother one because I wasn't gonna clean the whole stairs. Okay, I'm kidding. It's cleaned our stairs. I don't know if it's gonna clean all your stairs because it's very minimal amounts. As you can see, he pulled it out and it looked like a brand new toy to me. It was pretty much like plastic. It was giving cheap, but it wasn't cheap prices. It was weird, but it worked. All I gotta say is if you need one of these things, just go ahead and get it. And if you can afford the Pro, get the Pro. Okay, maybe, I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is just really useful to have. I honestly vouch by it because now my stairs look really clean. I mean, granted, it looked cleaner after I vacuumed it, but speaking of vacuum, hold on. Y'all see how clean it's looking already? Y'all see how it looks like a brand new staircase? I'm telling you, sometimes we just are just making it more complicated than it has to be, and we just gotta vacuum. But we're still gonna go ahead and wash it afterwards. However, it's good to get the dirt and grime out of there just so it's easier for you to clean it. So when you put the water on it, it's not like murky water. You feel me? So that's why this is so important. Such an important step right here. Look, sometimes you just need to go ahead and vacuum because it really made a night and day difference. It doesn't look as ugly as it used to. But I'm just like I need to keep it clean. But look at this. Look at the dirt on the left right here and look at the clean one right there. That's how long it's been since somebody has cleaned these stairs. Like you would think the apartment complex will make sure it's all clean before we come, but I don't think they have done it in years. And believe it or not, I don't know if I told y'all, this used to be the plug's house. I don't know if I was able to tell y'all that, but it's crazy to know that back in the day when we were still smokers, like this was the plug, the next door neighbor was a plug, and now we live in the plug's house. And as you can see, the plug did not live clean.
Fall vibes.
So as you can see, my husband was excited, and he also bought some bed frame. Now look, we haven't had a bed frame that ain't squeaking in years. He had a broken bed frame when I moved here. We never bought a bed frame. We always invested in a mattress because why would I invest in aesthetics if my back is in pain? Like it's gonna be hollering, it's gonna be crying. Like if my back ain't backing, what's the point? I need to have a very healthy back and not a broken back by the end of the night. Look, it's like having a burnt cake with great frosting. Why would I want my bed frame to look great, but then my actual mattress sucks? That's why I had to convince my man by the time we had a king mattress then to buy the king frame. And that's exactly what I did after much persuasion. Now, this is another thing. We couldn't even finish putting our bed together because guess what? Our friend RJ had a birthday dinner. His dirty 30 was this day, and we had to go in the middle of us putting our bed together. But we went to a nice little Mediterranean restaurant, and I would never choose a Mediterranean restaurant, but it was really good. I got this chicken. Oh, girl. It was like this Moroccan chicken with this tomato spice sauce. So good, so good. But then what wasn't good was the bill. Do you see this? Excuse me? Off of you.
30-30.
Once in a lifetime. Literally, once in my lifetime.
Look, I said off of you, but In my mind, I was thinking, God, you better get the bill. And let me tell you, I was stressed. And then we came back, and then he fixed the bed for him until 1 in the morning. We came home at 11 p.m. The next morning, we had to go early in the morning to get breakfast with his family and meet up with them. And girl, it was like giving expensive weekend. All weekend, we spending money. You just saw that $581 check. That was crazy. And this bill right here was $40, but it was a good meal. I ain't gonna hold you. But I'm frugal. I'm the nerd. And I'm like, God, help my husband because he don't know how to not spend the money because he loves some food and he loves some aesthetics. But I'm like, look, God, I'm gonna need you to work on my husband or change me. But one of us gotta save money here. Okay, but someone has to say no. You know what I'm saying? I say no, but it's hard not to give in when, you know what? We don't even gotta go there. But look at my orange juice. It was freshly squeezed, by the way. Then we came back home and look, he was putting up the other things in the house. He asked for me and my house to serve the Lord. We went right into the dining area because I just felt like that was the best place for it. It's really pretty right next to our plants. And these are our plants. Look, it's giving, they're still alive. You believe that? I'm showing y'all my plants randomly because I want to show y'all they ain't dead. And that is by God's grace. Because what? And those yellow things are trying to catch the naps. I don't know if it worked. Then we went to the Dollar Tree. So my husband wants to get some stuff for the home, for the fall, decor. That's all him, boo. He was smelling the candles and all. I'm like, I don't want no Dollar Tree candles. But hey, you know what? I'm not discriminating. If you want to get a candle, you can get a candle. But he did not get a candle. But it's all good because God created a Dollar Tree for a reason. But I don't think they should call it a Dollar Tree. They should call it the money tree because ain't nothing $1 no more. Everything's $1.50. Okay, they said $1.25, but they lying. Most of the stuff I used to go in there and I don't know how many items I bought because of the amount of payment I would have to pay. Like it was $40. I got 40 items. It ain't like that no more. See, back in my day, it was actually $1. And I am old enough to say that. That is crazy. Anywho, after that, we had to go to Lowe's or maybe it's Home Depot. I'm not sure which one. But we were looking at decor, which we really shouldn't have been doing. I don't know why we acting like we're buying a house. But we really went because we have this going on for my husband. And I'm going to tell you more about it later. Like he's making the foam boards and you're going to see later what that consists of. But it was a retirement party that he was planning for somebody, one of his clients. I don't know what happened here, but the camera went haywire. Then we came home and look at the mess that we still have to put together. Girl, that's my spices, Indian spices. If you know, you know. Garam masala, you should know. If not, I'll tell you about it later. This is my daughter's room. This is where we would have to put her baby crib. And it's still, at that point in time, was in the laundry room. This is weeks ago. We're a lot further than before. But yes, I'm showing you what the aftermath of us moving in, what it really looked like. Now, does it look better than this now? Yes, it does. Is there still a lot of work to do? Of course there is, but God is by my side and we're going to do it together. And look at this girl walking. She's about to walk, y'all. It's crazy how time flies. But let me tell you what I'm stressed about. You see this? You see this mess? It's giving claustrophobic. It's giving I'm stressed. It's giving I can't breathe. It's giving suffocation because look at all this. This is just too much for me. But look at this hello sign, y'all. I got it from the Goodwill for the low. Always make sure to go thrifting, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome back to another weekly vlog. I know I was late on the last weekly vlog with us because we have been preparing for our event. So if you guys have been keeping up with me and my husband, we have a business going on that we are doing event planning and I'm doing the mocktails and a few other things. I showed you a few other things. Kaylani, don't you be falling, girl. So I got to take care of this. Tomorrow's the event. It came up, creeped up, and girl, I am not prepared, but we're all good. Apparently I got to look for a last minute babysitter and all this stuff. We'll figure it out. Now we're doing some mocktails because, you know, if you guys know me, I used to drink, but now I'm not about the cocktails. I'm about the mocktails. This is going to be a part of that. It's going to be like strawberry. Then there's going to be obviously ice, Sprite, and then a little bit of juice on top. Whether that's orange juice, pineapple juice, I don't know. We're going to figure that out. Other than that, I'm cleaning it out with distilled vinegar and much more other things such as baking soda. What we're not going to do is have disgusting bacteria-filled, pesticide-filled strawberries. Okay. Now, ooh, look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that bubble? All right. Now what I've got to do is grab some strawberries. Ma'am, you do not need to be doing all that. And just throw them all in. This is like my third crate full. I just realized y'all couldn't even see the bubbles, but it's all good. Just know they were bubbling. I also had to get the charcuterie board going, so that's another thing. Oh. And my husband has 3 meetings today at work, so I'm helping him out. Again, this is not my business. This is his business. He loves event planning. Me, I could help. It's not like a passion of mine, but I can help. I'm pretty creative, but that's his sector. I just help where I can, and I keep reminding him, this is your business. I'm just a supportive wife. So as you can see, this is going to help. Is this our bread or butter? No, but this is our side income. And I'm very excited. This is a retirement of 23 years. She's only like 40 something years old. Like, could you imagine just retiring at that age? Granted, it took a lot for him to get here, like he had to go and get deployed and he worked his way up. So it's all good. I'm going to let this soak in for like 5 minutes. But while we do that, I'm trying to figure out the rest. See, I need to figure out which ones are going to be juice. Like this, I feel like I could cut, and I'm thinking about cutting it to slices because what I really want to do is make it like a pretty thing, And what sucks about fruits is that fruit flies be coming in. So that's like another thing I got to be careful about in this very moment because Lord knows they should be dead by now, but they ain't. See, like this one, it kind of is squishy, and I'm probably going to use that for the juice because I'm going to make it out of real strawberry juice. That's just how I go. The only thing I don't like is the fact that I don't have a juicer. So my husband and I saw there was a juicer at Target for like $40 earlier. So I'm hoping it's still there. I might just end up getting that because I wanted a juicer anyways. Look at the strawberry. It does not look pretty. It looks bruised. It looks ugly. But you have to remember, you have probably thinking like, this is what God created. Yes, it is what God created. But when it comes to people paying for aesthetics, you got to make sure the aesthetics are there. But it's okay because we're going to use this for the juice. And then the other ones that are pretty, I'm going to cut them up. Because I don't know how much, like, there's a lot of strawberries. Like, there's a whole other carton over there. We're going to figure that out. Other than that, guys, I am stressed out because I'm just like, what am I supposed to do now? I know I'm supposed to clean these, but that's about it. I can put them in mason jars, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I really want to just cut these up and just be like, okay, this is going to be the fruit, and this one is like the juice. I don't know. We're going to have to figure that one out together. So what I'm thinking about doing is, like, cutting them up like this. And then just like putting it on top, on the side of the rim of the actual mocktail cup. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. But I'm just going to cut them up. And I'm probably just going to put it in one of these. And then I'll just take it to go so it's ready. Because I don't really want to cut when I get there. It's just going to be a lot of work, I don't know if this is going to work out the way I want it to. But at the end of the day, I think it'll come out really nice. Isn't it weird how it's white inside? Like, should I be concerned?
And don't judge me on my nails. I'm gonna get them done today, but
isn't it weird? Like, why isn't it pink? Look, there's just so many things. Like, it could be not ripe or whatever, but it's really hard doing this with my baby. That's why I'm really hoping she has a babysitter tomorrow. Hey! All right, sis. So as I'm showing you the process of me prepping my fruits for the charcuterie board, if I'm saying that right, girl, I don't even know. Forgive me. And also for the mocktail, so I'm prepping the fruits. But I wanted to share in this moment that God is so good and God is so intentional. And I also want you guys to know, like, God literally gave us a blueprint for life. If God has given you an idea, if He has given you a passion, if He has given you any type of notion that you want to start a business or anything of that nature, like create, that is what we were created to do. If you read the first chapter of Genesis, it talks about what God has done for us, and He created first in the 7 days. Like, for the 7th day He was resting, but the first 6 days He was creating, and that's what He wants from us. Like, we are His creation, we are made in His image, so He wants us to create as well. So don't sit there and think that God doesn't want you to do anything. No, He wants you to use your gifts and your talents, and that's what we're trying to do here. God has given my husband the talent to actually use his gift of decor, his gift of event planning, his gift of just things that he's passionate about, and making a business out of it. God doesn't want us to be broke, girl. He wants us to make money, and that's why He has given us these plans. He has given us these dreams, these aspirations for a reason, because He wants us to use it and actually create and help others in the process. Make sure that when you do, you have God at the center, and as long as you have God at the center, you can't fail. Because where in the Bible have you seen God ever fail? He never did. He never will, and always forever He will be the God of yesterday, today, and forever. So girl, don't even sit there and think, what if I don't? No, girl. God already got the victory. So why do you think you're gonna fail with Him with you? If God is for you, who could be against you? So that's something I want you to take to heart, girl. Remember that if God has given you a gift, He has given you a dream, go for it. And with Him, you will not fail. And find that Bible verse that you could stand tall on, that's gonna give you that motivation. All right, sis. So I'm going to leave you with that encouragement of the week. I have so much more to share with you, but I don't have time in this vlog. So I'm going to catch you again, hopefully by this weekend. But I appreciate you giving me grace.